In a small, quiet town surrounded by fields and hills, there lived a boy named Ryan. From a very young age, everyone around him noticed something special in him. He was sharp, quick to grasp new ideas, and often surprised his teachers with answers that no one else in class could think of. People used to say, "This boy is gifted. He can do anything he sets his mind to." Ryan also believed in that. He carried in his heart a big dream, the dream of becoming a doctor. His inspiration was clear. When he was a child, his younger sister once fell very ill. Ryan still remembered the fear on his parents' faces, the long night at the hospital, and the moment when a doctor stepped out and assured them, "She will be fine." That feeling of relief, that power to save a life, became Ryan's deepest motivation. From then on, whenever someone asked him, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Ryan would answer confidently, "I will become a doctor." Everything seemed to be going well. His dream was clear, his intelligence was strong, and the path looked open before him. But Ryan had a weakness so silent that he didn't recognize it at first. His problem was not a lack of talent. His problem was that he couldn't control his own mind. Ryan's mind was always restless, always jumping like a monkey from one branch to another. Whenever he sat down to study, his focus would last only a few minutes. Suddenly, his hand would reach for his phone. A little notification, a blinking light, and Ryan would tell himself, "Just 5 minutes, then I'll get back to my books." But those 5 minutes would turn into 30. Sometimes he wandered into YouTube videos, sometimes Facebook, sometimes endless scrolling that gave him nothing but wasted hours. And when he wasn't on his phone, his imagination carried him away into daydreams. He often thought, "I have plenty of time. I'll study later. There's no rush." But that later never came. His parents worried about him. His father, a simple man who ran a small shop, often said, "Ryan, you have been given a gift. Don't waste it. Time once lost never comes back." His mother reminded him gently, "Son, talent is God's gift to you, but what you do with it is your gift back to God." Even his teachers tried to warn him, "Ryan, intelligence will take you only so far. What matters is consistency and discipline." But Ryan didn't listen. Deep down, he believed that being smart was enough. "I don't need to work as hard as others," he thought. "When the time comes, I'll manage. I always do." That illusion broke one day. The results of the school scholarship exam came out. This was not just any exam. It was a big chance for students to secure financial help and recognition. Ryan had secretly hoped that winning this scholarship would bring him one step closer to his dream of becoming a doctor. But when the results were posted, Ryan's heart sank. His name was not there. He had failed. He stood frozen in front of the notice board while around him his friends celebrated. They had studied hard, and their hard work showed. Many of them had scored brilliantly. The same teachers who once praised Ryan looked at him differently that day, with eyes full of disappointment. He overheard one teacher whisper, "So much talent, but wasted." That evening, Ryan sat alone in his room. His books lay untouched on the desk. For the first time, shame burned in his chest. He realized the painful truth. "I didn't fail because I am not intelligent. I failed because I wasted time. I failed because I could not control my own mind." That night became a turning point. Ryan decided he could no longer continue like this. If he truly wanted to be a doctor, he had to change. He needed someone to guide him, not just in studies, but in discipline. Soon, he heard about Coach Miller, a physical education teacher at his school. Coach Miller was not like other teachers. He wasn't just about running, exercise, or sports. People said he had a special gift. He could teach students discipline, focus, and mental strength. Even the most restless boys become steady under his guidance. Students often said. With a new determination, Ryan went to Coach Miller. Nervously, he explained, "Coach, I want to study. I want to become a doctor. But every time I sit down, my mind refuses to listen. It runs everywhere. To my phone, to videos, to dreams. Please tell me what I can do." Coach Miller listened quietly. Then, instead of answering, he smiled and said, "Come with me." He led Ryan to the playground, opened the equipment room, and pulled out a toy bow and arrow. Setting up a wooden board at a distance, he handed the bow to Ryan. "If you can hit the center of this board, I'll know how focused you are." Ryan tried. He pulled back the string, aimed, and shot. The arrow missed the target completely. Coach asked calmly, "What were you looking at when you shot?" Ryan admitted, "The board, but also the trees around it, the field, and everything else." Coach shook his head. "That is your problem. You see everything but focus on nothing. A good archer doesn't see the trees, the grass, or the crowd. He sees only the target." Ryan, your life is the same. Right now, your mind is chasing everything. Your phone, social media, distractions. If you want to succeed, you must learn to see only your goal, nothing else. Ryan felt as if a light had switched on inside him. For the first time, someone had shown him his weakness so clearly. "Coach, how do I start? How can I discipline my mind?" Coach Miller placed a firm hand on his shoulder and said, "I will tell you 4 rules. Follow them, and your life will change. 1. Control your thoughts. When your mind tries to wander, bring it back. Even if it slips 100 times, pull it back 101. 2. Make a routine. The brain loves patterns. Fix a time for study and for rest. Slowly, your mind will obey. 3. Remove distractions. Your phone, TV, and useless apps are thieves of time. When you study, keep them away. 4. Practice every day. Discipline is like a muscle. It grows only when you train it daily." Ryan listened with full attention. These 4 rules became his new commandments. That night, he made a routine. He cleaned his messy desk, stacked his books neatly, and turned off his phone while studying. At first, it was a painful battle. His hands itched to pick up the phone. His mind screamed for entertainment. But each time, he whispered to himself, "My goal is to become a doctor. My goal is to stay focused." Slowly, day by day, Ryan's concentration grew. From 10 minutes of study, he went to 30, then to 1 hour, then to several hours without distraction. His parents noticed the change. His teachers too began to see a new light in his eyes. Months later, Ryan took another big exam. This time, he didn't just pass. He came first place. His friends were amazed. His teachers congratulated him warmly. And Ryan knew this success was not just his intelligence. It was the fruit of his discipline. About a year later, Ryan stepped onto a stage to receive a prestigious scholarship. As the applause filled the hall, he remembered Coach Miller's words. "The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will drag you everywhere. But if you train it, it will carry you to your destination." From that day on, Ryan lived by one principle: train your mind with discipline, and success will follow you.